I had a dream, and in that dream, I saw several baby shoes from Jane's childhood. They are so beautiful, but sadly, they no longer fit Jane. I wished she could still wear them, but it was not possible. Even her hand would not enter the shoes. So I woke up from that dream and instantly I understood what it meant. God was telling me that Papa was an old shoe I should forget. He was my past. And then my phone rang. It was Destiny calling. So I picked up the phone and Destiny was like telling me how she saw Brother Femi the day before. Just then, memories of Brother Femi flooded back. This guy had shown interest in me long ago, but I never took him seriously because he was a stammerer. And now Destiny was telling me that he was running for deputy governor. As Destiny shared more details, I reasoned quietly within me, how could this be? He's so young. So Destiny explained how his family's political legacy paved a way for him. It made me realize that no one should be underestimated. All that kept ringing in my head was lost opportunities. I regretted focusing on someone I thought was the best, missing out on other greater chances. It taught me not to judge solely based on appearance or initial impressions. So after Destiny hung up, I sat down and grabbed a pen and started listing out the names of men who had crossed my path, both the good and the bad ones. I ended up jotting down 38 names. Then I decided to focus on 20 of them who were born-again Christians. So I began researching each one of them online. So Brother John had brown teeth back then, and this was what disqualified him. But to my surprise, when I looked him up, I discovered that he was happily married to a beautiful lady, and he was working as a manager at a transport company. Then there was Brother Harry from my department at school. But my issue with him was that poverty was written all over him. Despite his neat appearance, he would rotate only 3 shirts in a semester. But when I stumbled on his social media profile, oh my God, I was stunned. He had transformed completely. He was no longer thin, but looking so healthy and fresh. And he was also married and running a catering business with his wife, living in an elite environment. And it was clear he was thriving. Then Chidi, the saliva bather, that was what I called him because every time he talked, spit would fly out of his mouth and it drove me crazy. But when I checked his profile, I was shocked to see that he just got married to a younger student from the fellowship only 6 months earlier. I checked to see his work, and from what I was able to gather, he was in the car sales business and he seemed genuinely happy. Then there was Brother Moses. He was too much of a talkative for my liking, but when I looked him up, I discovered he was doing so well as a public speaker with plenty followers. Seeing all this made me reflect on missed opportunities, especially when I could not locate Brother Stefan, my mother's choice. Now, I guess he was not a social media person. As I was lost in my thoughts, I heard Hope making strange sounds like she was choking. My maternal instincts kicked in. I rushed to her side. She was struggling to breathe. I tried to put my hand down her throat to find out what was there, but I found nothing. I knew we had to get to the hospital, but by the time we arrived, it was too late. Hope had turned blue and wept bitterly. I felt like I had lost everything because I tried to fix the good life for myself. Somehow, I knew that God was showing me that He was the one who could truly fix me, not myself. Even though Hope was an abnormal child, she was still a part of me, so losing her hurt deeply. I knew one would have thought that her death would be a relief for me, but it was far from that. I had to bury Hope by myself in Robert's compound. And when I told Robert, he did not seem happy, but he mentioned feeling at peace, thinking I was finally free. He even shared that he was getting married soon. So, Destiny came around to console me. Papa and his wife too, visited me for the first time, unaware of Hope's condition. So all I told them was that it was an attack. They asked about Robert and I vaguely mentioned he had left me for someone else. At this point, I just wanted to be left alone. I realized I had been calling myself a Christian without truly knowing Christ. And the dream I had made me want Papa out of my life. I did not seek revenge anymore. I just wanted God. But sadly, I had danced with the devil, and he was not ready to let me go that easy.